Hi guys, welcome back to BSC Army, the leading media agency on Binance Smart Chain, and I'm Kristen. I'll be the host for our live AMA session today with the amazing project Heron Asia. So we're broadcasting from the BSC Army YouTube channel. So if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications for other interesting videos that are coming out every single week. And as usual, we will be hosting two giveaways. The first one is the pre-live giveaway where I'll pick 5 lucky winners by the end of this live section, so stay tuned for that. The second one is the in-live giveaway, which is also the community Q&A section, where I'll pick 5 the best comments slash questions that are dropped during this live. And the total reward of these two giveaways will be 200 USDTs. So stay tuned and look forward to that so that you can claim your reward. Right now, we are welcoming the representative leading from Heron Project. Andy, can you hear me?
Hi, Kristen.
Yep. So, yeah, hi, welcome. So, can you introduce a little bit about yourself and also the vision of your project?
It's great to be here and sharing with you guys about our project today. A bit about myself. I'm Andy, representative BD of Heron Eco Retreat project, and about my background, I have had 3.5 years in tourism, in domestic tourism, and I have been working in blockchain industry for almost a year. And about Heron's vision and mission. Well, before we go into that, I would like to give you guys a general overview about our project. Um, Heron Eco Retreat is a retreat that is visionized to be a place for self-healing and is a perfect getaway for urban people. It's a place built within the nature and not dominating her. By partially using pre-built bungalows, we could minimize the damage to surroundings and keep everything as intact as possible. So um, there has been a lot of researches say that after COVID-19, customer behavior will change a lot. Now we as a human are more conscious about our health and life value as the pandemic has shown how cruel Mother Nature could be. And we as a customer are now looking for services and experiences that focus and serve our health. And this is one of the crucial reasons why we are dedicated to start this journey. So about our vision and mission, we aim to solve two huge problems of both war, the cryptocurrency war and the real world we are living in right now. The first problem is that um, the world we're living right now is drowning us with stress, and we are overwhelmed by workloads and a lot of stuff, and we are exhausted. So, Heron Eco Retreat aims to be the place where people would come to find their soul and reconnect with Mother Nature. The second problem we want to solve is the lack of real value and real life application of the cryptocurrency world, especially the NFT trend, which is really hot right now. So that is an overview about our project. Thank you,
Great.
Kristen.
So, yeah, seems like you've touched every base of this project, blockchain and retreat, like tourism and all of that. So I can see that Heron is like a project where it helps people for like a getaway for weekends or on vacations. So together as a team, what kind of product have you guys been offering so far, or that you are aiming to offer in the future, in the near future, for the users, for the community?
So What Heron Eco Retreat wants to offer to our customer is a luxurious experience combined with, healthcare services and with meditation and yoga classes that could help us reach further to our soul. And our complex, our construction is built within the nature. Therefore, people could surround themselves in the greens, in the tree, and they could be free from the real war, the urban war stress. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we want to give to our customer. That
Yeah,
is like the tourism perspective. From the cryptocurrency perspective, we want to give our investor, how should I say, we want to give our investor more opportunity and possibility to invest and to travel at the same time. So the ecosystem we are creating right now would allow investor to maximize the possibility to make to earn profit from owning, holding, and staking our token.
great. Thank you for your explanation. So, I know there are a lot of people in your team right now. So, can you somehow describe their positions and also how they contributed to Heron Retreat, the project as a whole?
Well, our team is comprised of high level individuals in both cryptocurrency world and traditional business world. First, I would want to share about our founder, Mr. Tang Ching, who has background in technology, and he also has more than 5 years of experiences in developing wellness and retreat projects. He is specialized in partnership development, growth strategy, and team scaling. Next is Mr. Fu Nguyen. He is general manager of Heron Project. His responsibility is to keep the project operation on the right track. He's also the one who collects data and give out an overview of how to attract plenty of customer and how all the services and experiences at Heron Eco Retreat is designed in order to meet all customer needs and demand. Um, we have here Mr. Sun Chen. He is architecture manager in Heron Project, and he is in charge of the design process. So here's how it's gonna work when the general manager collected all the data. He's gonna transfer it to Mr. Sun, and he's gonna use that data, and he's gonna do all the researches on how suitable the geographic and climate conditions are to construct here on Eco Retreat, and the process will be taken care of by his crew. Next is Mr. Khánh Mai. He is construction manager, and he is the one who work with material suppliers, contractors, and local authorities for legal paper. One of a must-have position in our core team is a financial specialist, and Mr. Tang Nguyen is in charge of this position. His field is to manage financial risk, calculating all the additional expenses that could happen in the future during the process, and to make sure all the risks are mostly considered and handled beforehand. The last but also the most important person of our project is Mrs. Hai Nguyen, who is a real estate expert. She has a background of more than 15 years of experiences in this field, and with her experience and network, her role is super important as she knows all the nook and cranny of the real estate world, and she could give us a really deep insight on how to operate this project. For our strategic partner and backers, first I will want to mention about Launch Zone, which is one of the highlight launchpad on Binance Smart Chain, and LongZone helped us as an incubator to develop the technology system to make sure that the cryptocurrency aspect of our project would go on the right track. And then we have Mrs. Leviat Tengha, and she is the advisor of branding and marketing for Heron Eco Retreat. She used to be CMO of international banks such as HSBC or Citibank. Currently, she is a CMO of One Mount Group, aka One M Group, and that is a tech-focused company owned by Vingroup. Um, we have another strategic partner, which is who is Mr. Afran. He has more than 26 years of experiences in this field, in hospitality and real estate field, and he used to be a former general manager of FLC Group, and now he is managing director of Flamingo Groups. At the same time, he is a general manager of Best Western International, CEO of Eco Property Management, ECOPM, and residence manager of Capitalian. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, thank you for the very detailed description. So, I want to ask about your tokenomics, since I've known that you have a very unique mechanism for your token Heron. As I've heard that you can stake them and earn some voucher for the retreat. Is that correct?
Yes. So
So,
about
yeah, can you go into detail about that?
yes. So about Heron tokens tokenomic. I will want to give you some overview about it first before going into the details. So the total supply of Heron token is 300 is 235 million in total, and all of these token would be sold to our investor. The vesting schedule is that 10% of Heron token would be released at TGE. It's going to be cliff for 1 month, and then the other 90% of the token will be given back to our investor at the rate of 7.5% each month in the next 12 months. So that's the overview of the tokenomic of Heron token. About the token utilities, so we have the staking program to get NFT to have a 2 days, 1 night stay at Heron Eco Retreat. So in specific, to get one Heron NFT, Heron token owner must stake 74,000 Heron token for 1 year to get at least one Heron NFT. This NFT is unique and will be converted into a voucher in QR code format. So this voucher is equivalent to a 2 days, 1 night stay at Heron Eco Retreat, which has included one meal and other services. About Heron NFT, this could work as a voucher, or it could also be listed on our DeFi marketplace for trading. So people could buy this voucher here if they did not stake their Heron token or they did not own Heron token at the first place. And investor could make profit by trading it. And one last use case of Heron token with Heron NFT is that both of these could be used in LZ Farm, which is a GameFi developing under developing by Lonzo, and it is expected to launch in the next year. So, for more information and updates about LZ Farm GameFi, you could follow Long Zone channels and get updated with the latest news. Um, yes, that's pretty much everything about the tokenomic of Heron token.
Great. Since there are a lot of people who are still confused about the concept of this whole project, since they are some kind of, mix it up with real estate investment. So can you clarify this for our audience right here? Since I can tell that this is not, a real estate investment, but, some people are still thinking in that direction. So can you explain that for them?
Yes, I would love to. So, just to clarify, Heron Eco Retreat is not a real estate project. What we are doing here in the crypto war is to offer investor the early access to Heron services and experiences. This is like, uh, you could this is a chance for you to own the voucher of Heron Eco Retreat, and you could use it right after we have the grand opening at the end of next year. Heron token is not used for trading or buying anything in the real world. It's just for acquiring the NFT to convert to a voucher to use in our eco retreat. So yes.
Yep, great. Thank you for your clarifications because, a lot of people would be very comforted by your answer. Next up, we would like to know more about the roadmap of Heron. So where are you guys right now on the roadmap, and how has the business going, and what are your next goals that you guys are focusing on right now?
So currently, we have finished all the details designs of a Heron Eco Retreat, and we are about to finish acquiring all the legal paper and about to launch our project and about to launch our building phase in the beginning of 2020. So so far, everything has been going pretty well since everything is very transparency and it's not really hard to acquire those legal paper. The next goal of our project is to finish the retreat on time so that when the deadline comes, people could come to Heron Eco Retreat and enjoy and use their voucher to enjoy our services and experience our products.
Great. So I've known that a Heron is placed in Asia right now mostly, and you guys are also targeting a lot of your Asian customers and investors. So, what are your plan to explain your circle even more into globally, and like what are your marketing strategy to expand your community right now?
Well, about global scale, we are not actually focusing on that because, as you know, the COVID-19 pandemic is
Mm,
still there, and um, it's not likely to end soon. But in our country, in Vietnam, the pandemic has been, well, it's been pretty much in control, and we are slowly opening the country and start domestic tourism. So our current goal right now is to catch up with the trend, to be the first to welcome domestic customer to travel, and yeah, that's the the plan for um, global scaling. And about our marketing strategy, for now we are pushing AMA session in global and domestic communities, and then we're gonna do airdrops to attract more investor. And in the meantime, social media channels such as Twitter, Telegram will be our main information and update platform. Instagram will be our focus when Hero Eco Retreat goes into operation, since pictures leave the deepest impact in social media user. Facebook ads, Google ads, and Google SEO would be our tool to boost our traffic to Heron website and sales. YouTube will be our channel for educating non-crypto native in order to spread knowledge and understanding about cryptocurrencies and how it solves our modern world problem.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of scam project out there right now since and also like your project has a really big scale as I can see. So, what would you like to say to guarantee to our users, our investors that, they have their trust to your project, they have their wallets secure, and, that your security system works fine enough for the project for everyone?
Yes. So because we are incubated by Launch Zone, and as you guys know, Launch Zone has been audited many times, and project which are incubated by Launch Zone will heritage its security and safety, because Launch Zone is very keen on choosing what project to support to incubate, so investor could um, would not have to find it scammy about this project. And one more thing I would want to mention is that um, our project is actually still a traditional business model, and we want to pave the way to integrate blockchain technology into the model. So the cryptocurrency thing we are doing right now in our project only take into account of 20%, and the other 80% of the project is still in the traditional model. So it has to be legal to be allowed to operate. So you could uh, trust this project.
Great. Yeah, I love to hear all of that. Well, thank you, Andy, for the first section. We have learned quite a lot about Heron Project, and we will go into, more deeply into Heron in the next session. And right now, let's take a little break and watch an introduction video about Heron, shall we? Wow, with the slogan "Stay, Bliss, and Repeat," Heron Project has surely show a very, clearly a good image and a good vision from where they're heading. So right now, let's get to the community Q&A section, where you guys are free to ask Andy whatever you are confused about this project. And those 5 questions who are picked right after this will get the reward of 100 USDT. So let's get to that. The first question right here that we have came from the username of Gaming Hot Mobile. Has there been a similar project as successful as Heron? Why call investors on the crypto market and not another way? Any, would you like to give an answer for this?
Yes. So, to be honest, there has been a lot of tourism company has adapted blockchain technology into the system, but so far, what they have done is to um, stay at booking services. So for example, I could give you two names, which are Bitbook and Traveler. So what they do is that they actually work like TripAdvisor. They let people write reviews and book tours and trips when traveling, and they have a NFT incentive system to encourage people to use their service. So Heron is right now the first um, tourism model, to bring cryptocurrency or bring blockchain technology this far, because what we are offering user is the ability to use our token to get a voucher to stay and enjoy our services at Heron Eco Retreat. So, about why call investors on crypto market and not the other way is because uh, it's no doubt that crypto war right now is really, really huge. It's really trendy. And people are talking about it really much for many years. And we actually find cryptocurrency war is a very potential market. And we want to find ways to, combine both worlds together. But since it's really hard because we are the first one to do that. We must make slow step and safe steps to make sure that everything is still on the right direction. So yes, that's my
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, thank you for that. I totally get it that, every field has to has a leader, So you guys should probably take that position and, just pave the way for other projects to follow. And maybe you guys can be the trendsetter for the next trend, after this crypto trend right now, which is the NFT GameFi kind of thing. Maybe you can be the next trend where blockchain and retreat or vacation combine to one and make the whole world have to shudder for that. So, yeah, thank you for your answer. Next up, we have another question came from the username of Janet Kathy. Beside NFT ticket, do customers have to pay any extra fee for traveling?
Um, about this question, when you have already acquired a voucher by converting it from an NFT, everything has already been included in the voucher. But if you want to travel in the traditional way, you could just come to Heron and do it normally, like book a room and enjoy our services and pay the fee. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So for the third question, the COVID uh, pandemic is breaking out. Heron is a tourism project. Why are you organizing IDO during this period? Please state your point of view to attract more investors to the project. Well, I guess this guy really knows how to struggle you right here. But
Yeah.
yeah, he really, I mean, this person really did a lot of research before, they had this question. So can you give your answer for them?
Yeah, so about these, I could give some, how should I say, personal opinion from my tourism perspective since I have been a tour guide for 3.5 years. So when I was still a tour guide, I could see that Vietnam was on the way to be the second Thailand in Southeast Asia, which means that Vietnam is really, really famous among global traveler community. And when COVID-19 happens, it actually doesn't make people don't want to travel anymore. It just make people cannot travel, and their demand for traveling is still there, and is gonna be um, like it's gonna take some time to be as hectic as it used to be, but we believe that it's just gonna take maybe half of a year or a year to get back to the point we used to be. And because of that, we decided to run this project as an eco retreat to welcome the first wave of foreign tourists coming back to Vietnam. But before opening tourism to foreign tourists, we couldn't welcome domestic tourists already because Vietnam is slowly, opening the country from the inside, and people could actually start traveling domestically in the next few months. So the reason why we are organizing the IDO event during this period is because in our tokenomic, to get one NFT, you have to stake 74,000 Heron token in 1 year to get at least one NFT, right? So when the IDO is done, all the 10% of the token will be returned to the investor, and the other 90% would be returned in the next 15 months, in the next 12 months. So you can see that it's the matter of timing. When people have been returned all the token, then it's going to be the time that Heron Eco Retreat would go into operation and people could start using our service instantly. So yeah, that's my answer for the question. Thank you.
Thank you. So for the next question, the project needs a very long investment, but most people only think of immediate benefits, also known as trade. What will make investors stay long with the project? So, yeah, this question is from the username of Jenny Ellie. Can you give your answer to this person?
So yes, it's actually I think in cryptocurrency that people expect to make profit in short term and then they cash out. But what we are offering here is a kind of an entity which is pegged into a real life service, into a real life product that people could enjoy for a very long time just by holding and staking Heron token. We actually offer a lot of ways for investor to make profit in short term by listing the NFT they own onto our DeFi marketplace and then trade it for profit. So our project is like suitable for both long term holder and short term trader.
Yeah, thank you for your answer. So the last one is from the username of Janet. Wait, yeah, it's the same person, Janet Kathy. In the future, would Heron expand to worldwide because some global customers might want to travel, but the venue is only at Vietnam? So yeah, this question is quite similar to the one that I asked you before.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just about the globally expansion of this project.
Well, I have already answered this question, but let's talk about it again because our main priority right now is domestic tourism. We don't really want to see, or we don't really want to plan too far because it's really hard to make the plan happen. We want to do things that we could do right now, which is in the short term. So we decided to just focus on domestic tourism right now. When the war is officially opened, people from different country can travel from one country to another, then we would start thinking about expanding our retreat.
Yeah, thank you for your answer for all of this five people. But I have one last question for you. This one is for me. Just consider me as the member of your community.
Okay,
So
this is
yeah, I've been yeah, I've been very enthusiastic about Heron project, and I want to know about the meaning of under behind your name, your project name, Heron. So do you have any story to back it up?
well, this is a very interesting question. I gotta say that. So
Thank you.
about about the idea, the inspiration after the name Heron. Um, Heron is a kind of a creature that is very familiar in Vietnam's
Mm-hmm.
tradition and history. And when winter comes, the birds, like the herons, will fly from the north to the south to find places to
Mm-hmm.
get away from the cold of the northern winter. And that image is what inspired our team to start this project, because that image to us is exactly like how human being is doing right now. Our like we are digital nomad, that we are all tired of the urban stress and really really want to find a way to um, get away from all those exhaustion. And that's when the idea of an eco retreat start to appear in our mind. And yeah, that's the story behind it.
Wow, that's a really interesting story, I have to say. But yeah, thank you for your sharing. And right now we are reaching the last section, which is where we're gonna find out who are the five lucky winners from our pre-live giveaway that we have announced before on BSC Army Twitter account. So yeah, let's open up the wheel and roll up to see who are these five winners. Is it me or is just loading? I think it's the connection.
Yeah, yeah, it's loading right there.
Taking a while. Do you want to answer another question?
Well, if you pick one for me, then I would love to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one right here actually. So there's someone asked, since it is impossible to pay with Heron when the network system breaks, what is your solution?
What is? Well, could you like make the question appear on the screen for me? Because I didn't.
Um,
Yeah.
can you see it from the chat?
What's the name of the person who asked that question though?
The username is John Hans Smith.
John. Well, I
Yeah, just
can't.
look at the private chat.
Yeah, got it. Since it's impossible. What's this? Well, so in my understanding, what he's asking is how Heron user, Heron token owner would what they have to do when our system breaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is well, I've already talked about this earlier that we are incubated by Longzone, and they are a very secure launch pad, and they are a kind of a DeFi hub more than like a launch pad, and they are very secure and safe because they have been audited 4 times. So we are confident to say that our system, our cryptocurrency system, is safe to use, and all those errors and system breakdown would be how should I say, would be all considered beforehand, and got the solution already.
Great. Yeah, this one is quite an extra question, but since you managed so well, I have nothing to say. Let's open up the winner announcement again before we end our session right here. Um, I think there's some kind of errors occur in the meantime. Mm. Do you want to say something before
I'm,
they figure it out?
I'm actually just scrolling through the question
Mm-hmm. Do you
because
see anything interesting in the section?
yeah, I could see that the community is really you know they care really much about the project, because as I can see here, the amount of question is plenty.
I
um,
know, right?
yeah, there's a question right here. Let me answer this question. Here on Asian market, all item can be purchased with Heron coins. Would it be nice? Well, this is to clarify that we don't have any trading system with Heron coins in the real world, because that would somehow violate the legal policy in our country, because cryptocurrency um, is kind of a gray area in the Vietnam laws. Our country has not has any official law to go against cryptocurrency, but they also don't have any law to protect the investor from the market. So if our project make a wrong step, make a wrong
Mm,
decision, and
mm-hmm.
you know there's going to be some consequences that we have to face, and the user, the investor, will be the first to take the damage. So
Yeah.
we don't want to use we cannot let people use Heron token to trade or buy services at Heron Eco Retreat. What we are doing here is offering an early access to our service so that
Mm,
people could invest in it. They could invest in the long term by holding it and then get the voucher and come to our place for a trip for an experience, or they could bring it onto the marketplace and trade for profit. But that trading part is like in the cryptocurrency war, so it's nothing related to the real world we're living in right now.
wow, that's a very nice answer. I didn't expect that. Um, yeah, well, in the meantime, we have found out our winners for the pre-live giveaway. So congratulations, Sky. To those five usernames are shown on the screen right now. And remember that we will post a full description of how to claim your reward later on our BSC Army Twitter account. So don't forget to look forward to that and claim your money. So yep, let's close it up right here since time is up for us. Um, yeah, and Andy, thank you for your time here. It's been a really nice session getting to know more about the project, getting to know more about you personally. And we are, we have certainly learned a lot about Heron Retreat ecosystem. And, right now, do you have any last word to say to our lovely audience right here before we end this live?
Yes, I would love to. Well, first of all, I want to say that you are such a great community because, well, as I can see that you are really interactive and you care really much about this AMA session. And one more thing I would want to let you guys know is that Heron Eco Retreat is launching our IDO event on 30 October, which is at the end of this month. And we are closing the whitelist on 29th October, which is one day before the IDO event. So um, I think that I would need some help from BSC Army. Could you help me, pin the information about our social channel on your Telegram group so that people who are interested in our project could, you know, have the sources of information to do research and yeah.
Yeah, of course. Since we are a media agency, we help a lot of projects, a lot of startups promoting their projects to the network. So of course we will love to do the job right here. And also we have linked your social channels down here in the description box of this live. So guys, don't forget to follow up and catch up with all the updated news about highlighted project, crypto news, and moreover ideals. And a lot of other mini games or giveaways are coming in your way as well. Thank you y'all for staying till until the end of this live, and I love to hear, love to see more of you in the next video.
Well, thank you guys. That's a wrap. Well, goodbye and see you again in the next AMA session.
Yes, have a good day, y'all.